Hi students, how are you today? In previous class, we will discussing about the cell, the various type of cells, size of the cells, shape of the cells, etc. The topic name is also cell structures and functions. The basic unit of life, that is the cell. You know about all knowing about that. In this class today we are discussing about the parts of this cell, the major components of these cells. But before that, we are recollecting the previous topic, that is the size of this cell. We are discussing about the size of these cells. The unicellular, multicellular, etc. The examples we are discussing about that. And the shape of the cells, we are discussing about the shape of the cells. Some of cells are round in shape, some of them are spindle shape, some of the cells are in thick and long shape, some are branched, etc. Then the most of the cells we were seeing about this cell, that is we are discussing we are not know about cells, but we are learning about the cells like blood capillaries. That is example is blood capillaries. Within the blood capillaries, this is the smallest veins, the smallest aortas. That is the branched aorta and veins are the blood capillaries. Within the blood capillaries, we can cut or wound, then developing the flowing of the blood. That blood, or we are examining the blood, we can see more than more cells are. The blood cells are the main content of the blood. This is the one type of cells. Then another is nerve cells. We are discussing about the nerve cells. Okay. But in this class, we are discussing about the parts of the cell. But before that, the cell structure and function in the specific structure, the specific function, they conducting, transporting, transportation. Then we can examine that cell structure and function. We get the point, that is the tissue. The first point is tissue. Yes, we are discussing about tissues in previous classes. You know about what is tissue. Different types of tissues. You already learned that. Okay. Okay. Then in this topic, we again discussing about tissue in small words. That means tissue are what are tissues. But before, I just said that you were lost. You are on notebook and you find out your questions in your textbook and answer it. You should read your textbook also. Okay. And this current situation, some topic about this current situation. We are facing very dangerous situation in this time. The current situation we are discussing, we are seeing medias, the news channels, and we are reading the newspapers. Very hurtfulness, very sorrowing news are spread in this time, this current situation. we will pray for us. And the main problem at this stage is the novel coronavirus. That's the main problem. I already told that talking about the coronavirus, and this is the awareness problem. This is for awareness. That is, novel coronavirus is dangerous. That will spreading most dangerous in, right? That is spreading to one person to another person because of the awareness problem. Because of the awareness problem. But you should aware about that novel coronavirus, that about COVID-19 disease. That is the main problem in this current affair. What we do? Stay home. Stay home. Be safe. Stay home, be safe. And wash your hands proper time with soap water. Wash your hands with soap water proper time. If you going to outside, if you going to use mask, and if you counting notes, buying or selling some materials, currency, etc., we are using. Obviously, we are using the sanitizers. We are using sanitizers, hand sanitizers. In this market, there are many duplicate sanitizers here. You choose a perfect sanitizer also. And if you go outside the house, from the house, you will keep the people, the social distancing, or about 2 meters, almost 2 meters. You just keeping the distance, keep distance, and use mask. And preferably, I think that you stay at home. That is a safe one. Okay, that is the current affairs situation. That is the current problem. That we were aware about this problem. Okay, let's leave it and aware about that. Okay, and in this time, these topics we are discussing about the parts of the cells, and there are two types of cells are mainly here: the animal cells and the plant cells. In the previous class, we are just discussing about the animal cell and plant cell. And in this topic, we are discussing about the parts of the cell. The parts of the cells are cell membrane, two, cytoplasm, three, nucleus. The cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. These are the main parts of the cell. Okay. Cell membrane. Each plant and animal cell have the outer covering, the outer boundary of the cell. That is cell membrane. The outer boundary of the cell. That is differentiated. That is not connected with, not fusing with other cell. So this is the lining of the cell. This is the boundary of the cell. This is the covering of the cell. The cell membrane is otherwise known as the plasma membrane. The cell membrane is otherwise known as the plasma membrane. Okay. In this cell membrane, within this cell membrane, there is plasma membrane. These are semi-permeable membranes. These are semi-permeable membrane also. What is semi-permeable membrane? That membrane help or allow only the selective material to pass through into the cells and out of the cells. Okay, the passing out and in, that is the selective part. The selective parts of the selective materials is only passing through out of the cells and into the cells. That will help in the semi-permeable membrane. And in this semi-permeable membrane have some spores, that is some holes, that is the porous. Some holes are here, the porous. And then this helps the surrounding medium, the interconnection with the other cells. They were protecting layer of from the surroundings and the adjacent cell, that is the cell membranes. And this is the porous that is helping. That porous is helping to, that means the materials. That porous is helping to the inward and outwards movement of the materials. That helps the inward and outward of the materials. That will help in helping the inward and outward of the material. And then in this cell, the next part is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the next part. Look at that. This is the cell. This is the cell. This is the cell membrane. And this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. The cell membrane is this nucleus. This is the membrane like nuclear membrane. This is nuclear membrane. The place in between cell membrane and nuclear membrane. That place in between nuclear membrane and cell membrane, the space between nuclear membrane or plasma membrane or cell membrane, that part is commonly, this old part is commonly known as the cytoplasm. That part is commonly known as the cytoplasm. Okay, how can we see this one? How can we see this one? Yes, for observe these components of the cell. How we can see these components of the cell? Yes, we are discussing the previous class. Robert Hooke in 1665 he discovered plant cell from the some corpse slices. Using, he makes a microscope, his own microscope. But in this time, we are using this type of cells for determination of the cell inclusions, cell materials. We just discussing about the plant cell. We just discussing. Firstly, we are just discussing about the plant cells. How we can see the plant cells? Yes, we can take a small piece of onion, a piece of onion, and just break it at center part. You just break at the central part of the onion slice, a part of the onion. A part of the onion. Onion is a, yes, it's a leaf-like structure that is just break up at the center and to moves in opposite direction. We can see a thinnest thin slicey layer in it. Just break and just moving the opposite side, and we can see a thin layer. A very minute thin layer is present here. That is in the onion cell. That onion cell is cut, and we just taking to the watch glass and use some stains are here. The stain is methylene. Methylene is the methylene is a small drop of methylene is added because this is the colored pigment. That is a blue in color. Methylene is in blue in color. So now we can just I am covering a glass slide in the put upon it. You can see the within the microscope a boundary like structure. Look at that. This that is boundary like structures. In this boundary you can make that is the main part. You can see in this node and the onion part. Within text you can see other words. That is the mode. That is the extra. These are in cylinder shape. The longest cells are here. But in onion cells, just look. This is the outer cover. That is in blue in color. That is in outer color. That is outer part. That is in blue in color. Because of the presence of the stain, that is methylene. That is blue in color. Then you can stain the colored part within the microscope. With the use of microscope, that is the cell wall. We can notice that in this type of cells, we can see the nucleus also. The stained materials are seen within the microscope. With the use of microscope, the stained part, in order to the cell membrane is covered with another material, some thickest materials, some hard materials. That is known as the cell wall. That is known as the cell wall. That is in blue in color because that is in stain. This is very thick. Now I just do say that I will just recollect. This is observed within the onion slices. The onion is a plant. Okay, then we can see the next part. Look. Just you take a toothpick. You know about the toothpick? They have all the hotels are present. Hotels where for somebody after food, after meals, we can give we can need some needles, right? Because of the cleaning of our tooth, the food materials were deposited in our tooth gaps. For removing, you can take the toothpick also, and hard brushes also using for this experiment. The toothpick we are taking and you just scrub over our cheek cells, inside the cheek cells. you can see the smallest thin layer. You found the smallest thin layer of the cell. You can see that type of cells. Look, the structure is varying. This mode. The structure is varying this mode. What is the difference? What is the difference? In these plant cells, they have an extra structure, the outer covering of the cell membrane. But in this animal cells, the cheek cells, we examined the cheek cells. There is have no extra structure. That means this is the animal cell and this is the plant cell. The main difference is in the plant cell there is have a cell wall, and animal cells there is have no cell wall. This is the main difference. This is the observation. Okay, this is the observation. And next we are discussing about the next part, that is cytoplasm. We are discussing about the cell membrane and cell wall. That's the main part. And we are discussing about the next part, that is the cytoplasm. But before that, we are just recollecting these points also. What are the parts of cells? Yes, part of the cells are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. First one is the cell membrane. Is otherwise known as the plasma membrane. Is also a semi-permeable membrane, and this membrane has small pores-like structures that helps the inward and outward direction of the material, movement of the materials. The next step, we can examine the plant cell and animal cells. Within the plant, we examine the plant cells with the use of small onion slits. And we are using some colored substance, the blue pigments. This is methylene is the main pigment we are using in this experiment. We can see the extra structure of outer side of the cell membrane, that is the cell wall. And we are we are discussing about the animal cells with the use of toothpick. The cheek cells we are collecting and just notice that. And we can see there is no outer layer of cell membrane, because in this animal cells have no extra outer covering of cell membrane. That means the cell wall is absent. These are the main difference, but this is one difference between animal cell and plant cells. Okay, and then. So, why plant cell need cell walls? Next question. Why plant cell need cell wall? Okay. Why? For the protection. For the protection of the plants. The protection against variations. Protection against variation. The variations are temperature, and the speed of the wind, and then atmospheric moisture, etc. They can prevent that type of temperature, the variation of temperature, the high speed wind. So, because the plants cannot move, the locomotion is absent, they stay in one place. So, if the material, the plant is prevent all the variations. The variations are temperature, the atmospheric humidity, moisture, and the speed of the wind. So, the plant need a strength, a tensile strength, a hardness, a thick. So, the tensile strength, that strength is, the mechanical strength is providing with the cell wall of the cell. So that is the answer why plants are give. the plant cells need cells. That's the answer. Okay. Then next we are discussing about the animal cells. We are discussing about the animal cell. The animal cells. The animal cells were examined with the help of cheek cells. Okay, within the animal cells, the extra cell organelles are seen in the animal cells compared to the plant cell. These are the mitochondria, Golgi bodies, and ribosomes. Mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosome. Mitochondria, Golgi bodies, and ribosomes. These are the external contents compared to plant cells. Mitochondria. Have you heard about mitochondria? Yes, we were discussing about the mitochondria in previous classes. The energy providing materials, energy depending energy producer, that is the mitochondria. And then the Golgi bodies also. Ribosomes considered as the genetical materials. Okay, these are the main organelles of animal cell main, and within the presence of within this cytoplasm. These are the extra main organelles of the cytoplasm. Okay, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, etc. Okay, then within this cytoplasm, this is a fluid matrix form. Cytoplasm is a fluid matrix form. Within the cytoplasm, we can see the we can see the endoplasmic reticulum, and in the plant cells they have vacuum plastids. Like in the case of plastids, the presence of plastids are here. Okay, and then in this point, then we are discussing about the nucleus. We are discussing about the nucleus. Look. This is the important component of the cell. This is the important component of the cell and the central part of the cell. This nucleus is controlled and coordinated with the cell. The controlling and coordinating part of the cell, that is nucleus. This is the central part of the cell, and this is in the massive part of the cell. Okay, located at the central part. And comparing to the cell membrane, in this nucleus have a membrane, that is nuclear membrane. That outermost covering of the nucleus, that is known as the nuclear membrane. That is nuclear membrane. Almost nuclear membrane have porous. Nuclear membrane have porous. Porous. For what? For what purpose? Yes, the material transportation inward and outwards, material transportation, that is porous. Nuclear membrane have porous. We just using the powerful microscope, we can see the central side, the smaller spherical cell organelles are here. That is the nucleus. And then we just observing in detail. Within the nucleus, we can see a spherical structures also. That is known as the nucleolus. We are just we examine and we are just observing the powerful microscope. We using the powerful microscope. We just examine the center of the cell. We can see a massive spherical structure within the nucleus. Massive spherical structure that is within the nucleus, that is known as the nucleolus. Okay, look at that. Nucleus is the central part of the cell. Nucleus is the central part of the cell. It controls and coordinating the cell. It have a covering with a membrane that is known as the nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane have porous. The porous is with the help of porous. So what purpose of the porous is? That is the transportation of material from inwards and outwards. That is the nucleus. Okay. Within the nucleolus, there is some thread-like structure. Within the nucleolus, there is some thread-like structure. Thread-like structure that is known as the chromosome. Chromosome. Look, within the nucleus, the nucleolus are the spherical in shape. Within the nucleolus, we can see a thread-like structure that is known as the chromosome. That is known as the chromosome. That chromosome carry genes. This chromosome carry genes. This chromosome carry genes. Genes are, what are the genes? That is the character transfer material. The inheritance or transfer of character material. That is known as the genes. The transportation of the character. The transfer of character from the mother to next generation, from the family to next generation. The character will change, will continuity from this generation to another generation. That is due to the presence of genes. That genes are present in the chromosomes. When gene is not activated, the next generation have variations also. Okay, in this topic, we are detailedly studying about nuclear membrane, nucleolus, chromosomes and genes also. Okay. Again, we can discuss that the parts of the cells. The first one is the cell membrane. This otherwise known as the plasma membrane. This is the outermost layer of the cell, the boundary layer of the cell. And the second one is the cytoplasm. The central fluid matrix is called the cytoplasm. Within this cytoplasm, there are more subcells are here, cell organelles are here. Especially in the case of animals, there are some mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes are present. And the last is the nucleus. Nuclear membrane are present here. Within the nuclear membrane, there is a porous in there. For what purpose of the porous? Yes, the material is transferred into an outward direction, and the central spherical part is known as the nucleolus. Within the nucleus, there are thread-like structure that is chromosomes. Within the chromosomes, their presence, their spot, the location of genes are here. The genes are genes are the inheritance or transfer of character. So the gene is the unit of inheritance. So the genes are also called as the unit of inheritance. The genes also called as, referred as the unit of inheritance. Have you heard about the inheritance? What is the character transformation? That is the inheritance. Because in a family, you just observe the family. There, all the persons are in whitish in color. The next generation also in whitish in color, because the families are all the persons, all the peoples were whitish in color. That is the inheritance. And the height of the person and the structure of the person. Most of the persons of that families are they were in almost same in face structure and body structure, etc. But in that time, the next generation will the whitish peoples. The whitish people with a small child is generated. The child have no whitish color. The child have no whitish color. That is the variation. That is the inheritance. The simplest. We are seeing. We are studying in detail in the post classes. Detail studying in the next classes. Okay. This is the unit of inheritance gene. That is the character transfer parent to offspring. That the character transfer of parents towards the offspring. The character transferring from parents to offspring. That is the main function of that genes. Because that is known as the unit of inheritance. Genes are the unit of inheritance. In genes are present in the chromosomes. Chromosomes are the thread-like structures also. This is the main points. Then next, we are knowing about that cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, nuclear membrane, nucleolus, chromosomes, and then unit of what is the unit of inheritance, the parent, the character transfer from parents to offspring. These are the main points. And then we are discussing about the point named is protoplasm. Protoplasm. Yes, look. I just draw it cell. The cell membrane. If this is not already a plant cell or animal cell, each cell, every cell, okay. This is a nucleus. That is, this is the nuclear membrane. This is the cell membrane. This is the cell membrane and nuclear membrane. Look at it. This space that is filled with fluid matrix in between nuclear membrane and cellular membrane. The cell membrane the place in between cell membrane and nuclear membrane. That is known as the cytoplasm. That is known as the cytoplasm. The inclusions, the cell organelles, the fluid matrix in between the nuclear membrane and cell membrane, that is known as the cytoplasm. And the whole part, the inside the whole part of the cell, that is called the protoplasm. That is called the protoplasm. Okay. Look, then we are discussing about the parts of the cell. The parts of the cells are cell membrane, especially in the main parts, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. And we are just discussing about cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Also, this cell membrane are otherwise known as the nuclear membrane, and the nuclear membrane cell membrane. The cell membranes are the cell membrane have some pores are here. So the pores are helping the transfer of materials and water materials inward and outward taking directions. Okay, then we can see the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm have the fluid matrix, the fluid part of the cell, that is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm have some more cell organelles are here. The most of the main organelles in the animal cells are the mitochondria, Golgi bodies and ribosomes, etc. And the last one is the discussing about the nucleus. That nucleus is the central part of the cell, and this is the controlled and coordinated, the controlling and coordinating region of the cell, that is the nucleus. Within the nucleus have a boundary like structure, that these are covered with a plasma membrane like structure, that is the nuclear membrane. Okay, the nuclear membrane has some pores are here. The nuclear membrane has pores are here. So the pores will helping the transferring of material from the nucleus and the outside of the cytoplasm, that is transfer system of material. Okay, with and then we are discussing about the protoplasm and cytoplasm. The protoplasm means the old inclusions within the cell with the cytoplasm and the nucleus. That is old part is known as this protoplasm, and the central part in between the nuclear membrane and the cell membrane, that the fluid matrix part, that is known as the cytoplasm. Within the cytoplasm, the cell organelles, cell inclusions within the cytoplasms are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, and some ribosomes, vacuoles, plasmids, etc. are the main parts. Okay, some of these cells, next topic, next point is, some of these cells have colored pigment. Some of these cells have colored pigment. That colored pigments are commonly known as the plastids. Most of the plastids are green in color. Most of the plastids are green in color. That is known as the chlorophyll. That is greenish in color. Chlorophyll. That parts are commonly known as the chloroplast, and some of these cells are yellowish in color, and some of them yellowish orange in color. That plastids are carotenoids, xanthophyll, etc. These are the plastids. And then we are writing this topic, and I will give you some questions, and you writing your own notebook and answer it. The first question: what are the parts of the cell? First question. What are the parts of the cells? Next question. Write a short notes on nucleus. Write a short notes on nucleus. And third one, difference between cytoplasm and protoplasm. Cytoplasm and protoplasm. Then fourth question, give an account on the tape. On the tape, plastics. These are the four questions. What are the parts of the cells? Write a short notes on nucleus, difference between cytoplasm and protoplasm, and for given account on detailed plastics. These are the four questions I give. And you must write this question in your notebook and answer it. If I just more questions, and you must read your notebook regularly and learning very well. And today class I concluded. in this class. So thank you for cooperating with me and see you next day. Bye.